Hey guys, Robey here with a long overdue video on an update that is probably gonna be dropped by the time you see this video for Divi Form Builder. And this is a big update because this is gonna be for Divi Form Builder 4. Now, you're gonna be wanting to see a ton of features in there, and I am gonna have to warn you ahead of time so you're not disappointed that there is not a lot above the hood for this update. But a ton of stuff has happened under the hood because we've actually completely rewritten this plugin with a different architecture to enable it to be a much more robust plugin in the future, and so that it can accommodate a lot of the changes that we have planned in the pipeline. And some of it we're actually already working on and are close to releasing those also. Now, just in a broad stroke, Divi Form Builder 4 is going to be fixing a lot of the gripes that you guys had with the plugin. It actually also fixes a big security issue that was identified by one of our users, and we definitely encourage everybody to update to Divi Form Builder 4 as soon as they can. We did actually address the issue in a previous release, but this is a big one with a lot of extra things under the hood going on. We've also added the new GPT-4o models for the Divi AI features. And then we've also gone ahead and implemented some stuff that you guys have requested. Things like the Remember Me ticks on the login pages, as well as the Forgot Password with a bunch of design settings and so forth. But that's enough about me. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at everything in Divi Form Builder version 4. Let's go. Okay, guys, so here I've got the changelog for you for Divi Form Builder 4.0, which is a big update. Now, you're not going to see a ton of new features in here, but this is laid the ground for making Divi Form Builder a lot more stable and enabling us to do a lot of cool things in the future. So let me just quickly run through the highlights here. And we added 2 new features, though, and it's going to be the hide submit button, and I'm going to actually demo some samples for you, and also just added highly requested Remember Me checkbox and Forgot Password link, along with some design settings for those. Now, other notable changes are going to be that we added the newer OpenAI models so that you can use GPT-4o and GPT-4o mini, and there are going to be some changes with that down the road because we're refactoring how we do all of that so that you can have immediate access to the latest models as they come out. And then, of course, another big one is the delete post button has now acquired itself a confirmation. So you don't need to accidentally delete something and then wonder what the heck are you going to do. So without further ado, this changelog will be linked in the description of the video. But why don't we just go ahead and dive right in? Okay, so here's my edit view. But we're going to start here with just the OpenAI settings on the back end. You'll see the new model options right here. And we actually identified a little bug in the test API key here where it wasn't notifying you that it has actually had a successful response, but that's working now. So that's awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the front end so we can look at this stuff live and take a look at what has changed. So I've made it kind of in a way where we've got version 3.2.6, which is the current latest version on the left, and then on the right, version 4.0. So first things first, full width submit buttons. This one is actually pretty obvious. You can see that. That is nice to have. And a lot of people requested that, so I'm super stoked on that one. And then next up, we've got the hide submit button. Now, this is going to be awesome for AI forms or, calculable forms where the user doesn't really need to go ahead and submit stuff. Okay, so let me show you how that works. I'm going to go with a loan amount. Houses are expensive. Rate of 6.25. And let's say this is going to be 360 months. And then when I click out of that, bam, you've got your estimated monthly payment is going to be this. So actually showcasing a cool way to implement the calculable fields and all that fun stuff. I can even go and say, well, I want to add a down payment and all that fun things, but this one is not set up right because I have changed the field names. So, but ignore that for now. That's user error, not plugin error. Okay, so that's one of the other highlights that we've added on there. And then this login and forget, I will show you in a second because I'll just show you now. Actually, let me pull this over, and here we go. So if I scroll down here, there we go. Yeah, my forms. So the big thing that we added here are these remember me values and forgot password. Now, you do have the option to set some of the values here. You can have this remember me be checked by default. And then, of course, the design settings. And here I'm just kind of showcasing the fact that you can change the design of the forgot password link. So that's also another great addition from you guys that we needed to have. So that's awesome stuff. Okay, cool. So I'm going to close that out now. We don't need that anymore. And now the improved delete post button. This was something that was also just clear oversight. We really needed to have this in here. So now I've got, some WooCommerce products here and a, carousel module from BodyCommerce. And if I go ahead and I click on delete, you now get this. Oh, you sure you want to delete this item? I'll say okay. And then boom, it goes. Now you'll see here that it redirected me. Now that's another feature that was added because when you delete something, let's say you're on the page for that post, right? And you click the delete button, you don't want to be redirected to that page because of course that page doesn't exist anymore. So now you can say, okay, well, I want to take you to my account or anything like that, or, whatever you want. Here I just redirected us to the Divi Engine website for fun, but there we go. And you can see that product didn't load again because it is gone. Okay, now that's the end. So definitely, check it out. I'm going to link the changelog in the description. This update is out now. Oh, wait, top secret. That's weird. Pete? What? PayPal, Visa, huh? Oh, shoot. I'm not supposed to show you this. Cut, guys. Whoa. Yeah, that was weird. Wasn't supposed to see that. So, I'm going to get fired if Pete finds out. So if you guys can just keep this on the down low, I'd appreciate that. Cool. Okay. Anyway, starting over. So guys, what do you think about all the awesome features coming up in Divi Form Builder 4? You're going to be able to further refine your forms and, totally no new features coming up real soon, but we definitely will keep you posted for anything like that comes up. Now, if you're already Divi Form Builder user, go ahead, grab that update right now. And if you're not, what are you waiting for? Go to diviengine.com, pick up Divi Form Builder right now, and start building better forms for your Divi websites. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, comment, discuss, and just let us know what you think, because it's our job to do things better and build the features that you want. So guys, that's going to be it from me, Robey, with the Divi Engine team. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you in the next video real soon. Bye for now.